Good morning. Good morning. 330 to go. Here we are. Another episode, May 21st. All right. As always, good morning. Let's put that in. See, I didn't have this ready. Usually I have something ready to say in the comment section, but I wasn't today. So let's get that out. Like and share, please. Look at me just talking to myself right now. Guys, over the weekend, let's just get right into it. All right. The Guardian, I almost said it. I almost said the T word. The Guardians are hot right now. Over the weekend, we had put up a post right here. It was the Guardiac kids walk it off with a Will Brennan home run, 5-2 over the Twins. That got the weekend going. And then yesterday, we're welcoming back Frankie Lindor. Yes, Frankie Lindor came back into the house, and I'm kind of glad he's gone, okay, because he went 0 for 4. Didn't really do anything. Nothing was spoiled, and the Guardians win 3-1. So it was absolutely great. The Guardians are hot right now, playing really good baseball. As you can see, they've already talked about they're calling up people, designating, assigning. So this is not normal. Usually in Cleveland, our baseball team doesn't realize they're playing baseball till like middle to end of June. Okay. And then they'll get hot in, July, and right in time to always make that playoff push. But with where they are right now, I don't think anybody saw this coming at all. You're going to hear me continue to say it because I'm shocked. I've got to start investing my energy and my time into it. I went from the Browns. We moved into the Cavs. Cavs are done. We're going to talk a little bit NBA playoffs. So now I got to move my attention over to the only Cleveland team still rocking. So, and that's the Guardians. So nice job. Let's get to some other baseball scores. Let me put it up real quick. The banner running across the bottom. All right, we'll do high school sports real quick. CVCA, a 3-0 winner over Woodridge. Rocky River, 6-1 over Norton. St. Vincent St. Mary beats Holy Name, 7-1. Ursuline, an 8-2 winner over Alliance. Rootstown beats Ravenna, 15-4. And West Branch edges out Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, 1-0. The Garfield G-Men, 4-3 over Chagrin Falls. Kenston, a 2-1 winner over Buckeye. On the softball side of things, Riverside beats Talmadge 12-2. Canfield, a 7-1 winner over Tuslaw. Southeast beats Streetsboro 6-4. Aurora, an 11-1 winner over Field. Walsh beats Lake 4-0. And Buckeye beats out Northwest 7-2. On the MLB side of things, Red Sox, a 5-0 winner over the Rays. Nationals 12-3 winner over the Twins. Braves had 2 games yesterday. First one went to the Braves, 3-0 over the Padres. Second one, Padres 6-5. Why does it always seem that way when they have double headers? There's always a split. It's amazing to me. It just always seems that way. We had said Guards a 3-1 winner over the Mets. Blue Jays 9-3 winner over the White Sox. The Royals a 8-3 win over the Tigers. Cardinals 6-3 over the Orioles. The Cards getting in on the action. Here it is, guys. Uniform alert. I love them. I like these. The Lou. They're channeling their inner Nelly. All right. Anybody who's old enough to be rocking country grammar Nelly knows all about St. Louis. Okay. And I love how it just says the Lou right across the front. Very basic. Still that traditional bat with 2 Cardinals on the end. I like that. The STL at the top of the hat. Nice job. Plain, simple, right to the point, but I just like the verbiage. So Cardinals, nice job, and you get the win 6-3 over the Orioles. Angels, a 9-7 winner over the Astros, and the Dodgers, a 6-4 winner over the Diamondbacks. Like we had said, over the weekend. What else was going on over the weekend? We put another post up, okay, because this man right here getting up into the news. There's the mugshot. Anybody who saw this over the weekend, first, before I get into the point, and I want to be very clear before I tease about this, a man lost his life that day. The reason Scheffler even got into trouble was because he went out and around a cop, and there was a barrier because somebody had been struck by a bus that morning, okay? There was conflicting reports all the way through of what happened, okay? He didn't abide by traffic laws, but still, not to take away a man lost his life, because there were people saying that the the tournament needed to be canceled that day. And it's such a weird, it wasn't, I don't want to make it sound like, well, the guy didn't pass away on the course, so it's not that big of a deal. Someone lost their life. I don't ever want to see that happen at all. But still, Scheffler then, I guess, maneuvers around a cop. Supposedly, the cop jumps on and goes for like a 15-yard ride on the car, which his body cam was miraculously not on for that moment. The chances, right? Wi-Fi. Okay. So it sounded really, to me, when we started listening to the reports. There was one gentleman who actually is who Scheffler looks at and says, "Can you help me?" They interviewed him, no lie, within an hour of this happening. I thought it was a joke. Okay. I got excited because I do a pick 'em on the, for tournaments, and we each get a player, and one of my friends is always taking Scotty Scheffler, which I don't think is fair. But when Scotty like was going to get arrested, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to have to withdraw. So like automatically he'll lose, that his guy's not going to beat out my guy. I had Rory. I took Rory. I bought into the hype. You guys remember that on Thursday, I was talking about it. I should have stuck with the original guy that I've been talking about in the years past, Justin Thomas, because he had a nice showing, a hometown kid in front of Kentucky. But Xander Schauffele is the one that pulls out of all this. He ends up winning the PGA championship, but Scheffler, even though he didn't win one, oh my God, Scheffler doesn't win one tournament, okay, that he hasn't played in this year. He's won everything else, I swear. He's still in the headlines because he goes out and around, he gets tagged by a cop, and they literally put him in cuffs. I mean, they cuffed him, stuffed him in the back of a cop car, and the man gets this mugshot. Do you know how annoying? He looks straight up like, what is happening? Okay. He goes off into his cell, and he even says he goes through and does this pre-round routine of stretching. Okay. Amazing that even happened. Absolutely amazing that no one knew who Scotty Scheffler was. That's the other thing too. You know, and I saw somebody make a joke over the weekend. Nobody on the PGA can stop Scotty Scheffler right now. And then there's a meme that says, Kentucky police say, hold my beer. Okay. Because they stopped him. They slowed him down for what we thought. He comes back that morning, gets released, and shoots a 66. A 66. The next day takes a toll. He hits a 73, but comes back on Friday or Sunday and hits a 65, finishes 8th overall. Minus 13, still quite around. And then like we had put out on the post, the sources now at Jefferson County prosecutors are planning to drop the charges against Scheffler. Okay. Wow. Well, it's early this week. We are into that. It is Tuesday morning. Like I had said, May 21st, we're waiting to see. Are they really going to drop? I'd say charge him. Why should he get off? Charge him the max. Okay. That's me joking around. Again, it's a light kind of conversation to joke around about because ultimately it happened because unfortunately somebody lost their life. So I'm trying to not be a complete jerk, but I'm sure judgment's completely being passed right now through the social media as you're sitting here watching me going, yeah, he does sound like a jerk because why is he still continuing to talk? I'm not sure. Maybe I should move on. Okay. I'll move on right now. So I had said Xander Schauffele ends up winning. Bryson DeChambeau, anybody catch that moment of golf? He threw a golf ball out to a kid. An older man runs by, swoops the ball, takes it from the child, and starts to run away. And Bryson DeChambeau loses it, screaming at this man. The guy does come back, gives the ball back to the kid. And then Bryson goes out, finishes second. And I thought the coolest part about Bryson DeChambeau this weekend was he was on the range warming up, thinking he's going to go to extra holes against Schauffele. Schauffele drops the putt, barely sneaks it in the cup. Bryson leaves the range, makes sure he walks right over and congratulates him. That's what golf. It is so hard I think to congratulate somebody else when you lost. And in golf, it's such a weird thing because it's you against the golf ball, the hole, the course in that sense. And then you're also playing other players. It's just a weird dynamic. So you can't get mad when somebody else shoots at their best round or, plays good golf and it beats your good golf. But nevertheless, he went over, said, congrats. I liked that. That's good stuff. You know what I mean? That's good stuff. So NBA news, let's move over to that. I'm going to flip over the banner. as you can see, over the weekend, we saw the Timberwolves dethrone the Nuggets, and that just crushed my future bet that I've talked about for the last few weeks. The Nuggets certainly are not winning the NBA title this year. So when Jokic, we should give Jokic the MVP every time. Every time he gets the MVP, they don't win. When he doesn't get the MVP and rightfully deserves it, they win the NBA championship. But Edwards comes out, has a great series, and they dethroned the Nuggets. And this was an odd little thing that I had stumbled across. Rudy Gobert, the center for the Minnesota Timberwolves, is the 13th highest paid player in the NBA. Crazy, right? Look at this list above. You got Curry, Durant, LeBron, Jokic, Embiid, Beal, Giannis, Dame Lillard, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Jimmy Butler, Klay Thompson. All those guys have higher paid salaries. What do all 12 of those guys above Rudy Gobert have in common right now? Not a one of them is in the playoffs. Not one. Not one. How is that possible? That's a ridiculous. I mean, obviously, because we know who the four are. We've got the Mavericks, the Wolves, the Celtics, and the Pacers. But still, even Fred VanVleet, who's sitting right behind him, okay, he's nowhere to be found. So Rudy Gobert, good for you. The money well worth it, right? Supposedly, when he left Utah, I think everybody was wondering what was going on. And here they are. He's with Minnesota, and they're winning, and they're exciting to watch. My favorite part of the night. Okay. My favorite part of the night was the post-game interview comment by Ant, and yes, the demeanor of these interviews are really good. Jess, I love that one. I like when they had Kat and Gobert, or not Gobert, Edwards and Kat were in the interview, and they're like, how much more do you want us to lose? You know, there was a guy who had asked a question like, when you're on that grand stage and you're ready to take it to the next step, some elaborate question that I'm even sitting there listening to. And I'm like, what is this guy asking me? And then all of a sudden Kat looks at me and goes, I mean, we've been losing. How much more do you want us to lose? It's ridiculous. So Minnesota, happy to have you back in the house, you know? And then also we see the Pacers and the Knicks, and totally called it. Okay. You guys saw the clip. Go watch the clip. All right. Crystal ball right here. I was rubbing the crystal ball, and I knew the Pacers were going to win in 7. But what blew my mind was Latrell Sprewell was in the house. The people that were at the Mecca over the weekend, there was a ton of athletes that used to play for the Knicks that were in the house. I mean, Marcus Camby was there. John Starks. It was crazy. Sprewell was in the house. Spree, though, I'm going to ask you, why are you there, bud? You should have been with Rudy. You should have been with Minnesota. You picked the wrong one, and it got me thinking. I'm only going to predict my matchup for the finals. I like Minnesota and Boston, and I want to know what Kevin Garnett's going to do. Who's he going to side with? Is he going to take Boston, or is he going to take Minnesota where it all started? Okay, because that's the shadow that Minnesota is moving out of, is the Garnett. I mean, even Kevin Love. They haven't been to the playoffs in how long? I mean, or not the playoffs, the conference finals. I apologize. They've been in the playoffs, but conference finals, come on. There's no way. So I like Minnesota. I'm going to go on a limb. That's what I'm going out with. That's my early prediction is for that. So as you guys see the running across there, we had talked tonight. Indiana and Boston go at it. Indiana matches up way better with Boston. Now, if Porzingis gets back on the court, I'm not sure. I really haven't checked the status of any of that. We're going to find out. But Porzingis needs to be in the house, or Indiana can sneak this series out. I think the NBA really wants to see Boston in the house, and I think they probably would rather see Dallas. Luka's got much more of a pull with Kyrie than I think right now than the young Minnesota Timberwolves do, even though I think the Timberwolves are just exciting to watch. They're so athletic. They're so athletic. But Dallas is that is the better of the two matchups. Dallas and Boston, or Dallas and Minnesota is way better than Boston and Indy, in my opinion. And just that's just what it is. I think it's got a little more flair to it. All right. But the Pacers in Boston started off tonight, and the Pacers go in game 7 and just lay it on the Knicks. And in typical Knicks fashion, Brunson gets hurt in like the third quarter, fractures his wrist. He's out. It's over with. DiVincenzo throws in 38 points. It's just not enough. They ran out. The Knicks are going to be very exciting to watch next year. They will be a front runner that I would say to be a rep out of the Eastern Conference, depending on how things shake out. If LeBron gets in the house, then it could change everything, because I'm going to take Cleveland and we're going back to the finals, okay? But if it kind of stays where it is a little bit and New York adds a piece, which I firmly believe they will, okay? I think Julius Randle has shown that he's expendable. They can definitely move on from him and go in a different direction. And I think seeing the pieces and parts to other potential free agents, they're going to say, hey, I'll go to New York now. Now it's cool to go to New York. For the last 9 years, every time there's a free agent, New York puts a billboard up on the side of one of those huge buildings, and they don't come. Okay? Nobody wants to go there. Now, I think New York's definitely on a trending pattern, per se. So tonight, Indy, Boston. Boston's definitely taking that one, though, tonight for sure. Tomorrow night, I like Dallas. Dallas is hot. Dallas is hot. I think Dallas wins game 1 and people go into an uproar in Minnesota, because Minnesota coming off that. That's a tough task to be able to just take down the Nuggets like they did. But kudos to them. They're able to do that. Super, super impressive. And other random news. Manchester City becomes the first team to win the Premier League 4 years in a row. I'm not even going to attempt to act like I know anything about soccer. Not one thing. Somebody help me out. Hit the comment section. While you're over in that comment section, give me a like, give me a follow, give me a subscribe. But still, help me out. Soccer, it's tough. I can watch it. But I don't follow it enough. So apparently this is a feat. This is something right here. Haven't you ever watched? No, I have not. Is this a challenge? I need to watch this Ted Lasso then, apparently. No, I've not. I have not seen it. So I am clueless. You can make fun of me. Completely don't have anything going on. Apparently so. Jessica very angrily is now questioning why I have not seen this. It's a money situation. Okay. What is a money situation? Like Moneyball? Huh? No, not so much. But anyways, congratulations to Manchester City. You guys are in the 330 to go sports talk show, random segment of random sports news. There it is. It's like the Yankees or the Dodgers winning. I guess that makes sense. Yankees didn't win last night, so there you go. More money means better players. Thank you, Jess. That is the layman's terms that I'm absolutely looking for. Bingo. We are back on it right now. Perfect. And other random news. Uniform alert. Here I am again, my materialistic ways. The New York Giants. These are the throwback. They got a lot going on here. What they did is they took about 20 years of different random things and made one uniform. Those are the 1925 pants you can see in the top right where it says that. So the gold. So back in 1925, people were colorblind, and for some reason, New York thought gold pants would be rocking. Not the case, okay? So then they go down here with the 1938 helmet. Why does it have to look like the team up north? Okay, so I instantly don't like it because it reminds me of that. But then it made me start wondering, with those leather helmets back then, they probably needed that extra padding there because, you were playing football in a leather helmet. So I don't know. Maybe that was just the natural design, because there were a few teams that did this. I've seen this in years past out of other colleges and stuff like that. But Michigan is definitely the iconic view of this, not to take it away from them whatsoever. Then they go, we're going to take the 1933 jersey and we're going to wrap that one into it as well. Okay. And then we're going to do the century red. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. Instantly, when I look at it, I think of the ice truck or the ice box. Okay. And anybody remember that reference? The ice box, Little Giants. Okay. Remember when the one guy squeezes down and he puts his head there and the guy rips his helmet off, great football movie for kids. Okay. Little Giants, but that's what I see when I see the big Giants is the icebox. Okay. Uniform update. Okay. So moving on as well. Other fights, other things to talk about. Yeah, I said fights. Why did I randomly just say that? Because these two straight up went at it. Did anybody have a chance? NASCAR. I don't talk about it enough because it's cars that go around in a circle. Just that's all it does is go in a circle. It can be fun. I know there's a lot of guys that get into it. The boogity. There's guys who get into NASCAR. I'm trying. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of a better job. I'm going to try to mention a little bit more on here. When you guys do more stuff like this, I'm going to talk about it all the time. So let me get the names exactly. I don't want to butcher and misquote. And I should have honestly had this ready. So hang on. Apologize with me. You guys are watching a complete. Let's see. Here we go. Yep. So Ricky Stenhouse. That's the gentleman on the left. Okay, that you're looking at. Kyle Busch. We've heard of Kyle Busch in news all throughout the years. So Stenhouse walks up to him. Okay, now go watch the videos because there's a couple of different angles. There's like a normal conversation they're having where, Kyle's kind of like, oh, everybody hits everybody. You're like, Rubbin's racing, that kind of stuff. All right. Stenhouse is listening, and then all of a sudden just comes with a right. I mean, just goes right to the dome. Okay, right to the dome. That right above where you see that little car emblem. That is that a Chevy? I don't know. This is how bad of a car guy I am. Okay, really, to ideally put it, you see that 4-7 on the side of Kyle's hat? Yep, Rittenhouse went right to it. Said knock knock. Okay. And then just chaos takes off. Actually, at one point, I think one of Kyle Busch's guys grab Rittenhouse and they kind of start pushing him into the court just to break it up. Well, then here come all the older guys that are on their pit crews, and it just turned into complete pandemonium. I can't tell you why. I really can't. To them, it's serious. They're passionate. So I'm just judging because I don't understand NASCAR. I don't understand racing. Okay. I go to the go-kart track. And when I get to a go-kart track, I'm sitting there and I'm judging which one looks like the best one. I pick the number and then I make sure, okay, there's that and finish 7. So I need 6 people in front of me so I can get to that. Then it's a mad dash to get to that one. That's my NASCAR. Okay. It's the go-kart track going around, spinning 13-year-old children out and then just being like, Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last. Guys beat each other up every week, and we can talk about NASCAR all the time. I say right now, charity event, get these two in the ring. Let's go. Just let's figure it out. Kyle, when he swung, Kyle went fetal position. I'm sorry. I don't think Kyle really thought he was going to come at him, and he did. Go watch the video. I mean, he almost roundhoused him. I was waiting for the swinging kick and the flying leg. It was good. It was good. I liked it an awful lot. I really did. NASCAR, you're making me excited. There's something to be said about that. There's something to be said. So, be prepared, 330. We're talking NASCAR. We're going to start talking about that an awful lot. Sports are starting to wrap up in high school. Like I had said, we ripped through all the baseball scores, all the softball scores, track. Guys, if you're watching, comment that stuff in. I am horrible. Okay, I'm just going to say my flaw. I want to be able to bring spotlight to those high school athletes that are starting to wrap up their season because it's coming to an end. Okay, I can pay attention to Walsh plays today at 2:00 down at Thurman Munson. I just found that out this morning. That's how bad I am. Okay, and I should know what's going on there. But guys, if you've got things going on with that, comment, post it, share it. We'll give a shout out. Okay. Bring a little spotlight to those athletes, like I said, that are definitely trying to make the most of their senior year or their high school career. So congratulations to all those advancing. And as always, congratulations to those that seasons are coming to an end. And that's perfectly okay because that's got to be a winner and a loser. And if not, then you can be like NASCAR and just go beat the hell out of each other after the race is over because somebody rubbed up against you. Okay. Awkward. Just completely awkward. Still, I can't even wrap my head around that. I might have to gaze into the crystal ball here again and see if I can predict another fight in NASCAR, because I watch it. I will totally watch it. I really feel like they need to get a charity fight. I really do. I think that's a great idea. So, all right, there we go. Jessica says Woodridge track and field to regionals. Awesome. Let's get those pictures. Let's share them. Okay. Come on. Let's get it out there because it is your network. It is 330. We try to bring everything around here. So as always, I am Matt McGall. Okay. Happy to always be here every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. And that's kind of it for this Tuesday. I know that was quick. It was short, right to the point. You guys like that? All right. So back here again Thursday. Don't forget, in the meantime, while you're sitting there waiting in anticipation for 9 a.m. Thursday, guess what's going to come before that? Jessica in the morning on the morning show, 7 a.m. Stop in, talk with Jess. She's always bringing you some of the latest, greatest news in 330. So check her out tomorrow, Wednesday morning, and then come back Thursday morning at 9 a.m. with me, and let's talk a little bit more sports, and we'll see what we can come up with. We'll be talking some NBA for sure because we got games tonight and tomorrow. So till then, I am Matt McGall signing off, and have a great day. 330 to go.